Hey guys, another video for our Nature and Environment in Japan playlist. As most of you already know, Japan has lots of typhoons every year. We showed you a few of them on the Nature and Environment playlist before. Here's everybody getting ready for another one. You can see everyone's got their shutters closed. The announcements are being made over the emergency PA system. Unfortunately, you have to be in the right place to understand what the PA is actually saying, because if you're in the wrong place, you get all these echoes and it is pretty difficult to understand. And then if you add to that, at this stage, we're getting a little bit of wind. So this is a bit hard to understand. Basically, they're saying there's a typhoon coming. Make sure you've got nothing loose lying around outside. Make sure you close your shutters. Old people are being evacuated to the local community centre and to the local sports gym. And if you can't make it to one of those two places, then you should go to the second floor of your house or go to the back wall of the house, they're saying. Away from the wind, we would assume. So each of these announcements went on for about 5 minutes, and they kept doing it every 30 minutes or so, all afternoon. At this stage it was about 5 o'clock, and the typhoon, the centre of the typhoon, or the serious part of the typhoon, was still about 3 or 4 hours away. Or 2 or 3 hours away. It was starting to get windy now, as you can see. Starting to get windy, the rain was starting to happen. So it was about 5 o'clock, so we decided that the restaurants wouldn't be busy. Usually on a Sunday night the restaurants are really busy. So off we went to the local sushiro, which is usually really busy on a Sunday night. Usually the restaurant's full and the waiting area's full and people are queued up outside. But as you can see, car park's empty, pretty much, a couple of cars. And usually it would be packed. It's hard to get a park on a Sunday night. It's hard to get a table. You have to sit there, usually up to an hour on a Sunday night to get a table. And pretty well any day of the week the tables are all full. But here we are, just about a couple of hours before the typhoon hits, and the restaurant's pretty well empty. There's about 5 tables of people in the place, which is just amazing. Just absolutely amazing for a Sunday night. Usually it'd be absolutely packed. So it works. If you want to go anywhere and not have too many people there, go during a typhoon warning, because everybody will stay home. So this is actually after the typhoon. We had dinner, we went home, we stayed there till the worst of it had passed, and then just went out to see what was going on, see if there's any damage or anything. There's a few signs down and things, but this road's normally full of cars, pretty well 24 hours a day. There's cars up and down this road, and that's all there was. The emergency services and one crazy big foreigner standing there with a camera. So there wasn't a lot of damage. These things happen every year. To put them in perspective, when you look at the amount of damage that's done and the number of people living in Japan, it's not too bad. The chances of being hurt in one of these things are pretty remote, providing you're not in a little valley in a mountain somewhere. A little bit of damage done down to this place down the street from us. Anyway, that was one story from the typhoon. More videos coming soon.